Oh, hello there, my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising Venus signs. So nice of you to stop by. Welcome to your October 2019 Satisfying Soulmates reading. There is an extended one for this one. Letting you know, we're only putting 10 cards down. All right, I just did Aries last night, and that 10 cards down, Celtic Cross. How cool is that? I'm going to do Celtic. I love Celtic Cross. It was a 30-minute video, just 10 cards, which is, I'm realizing, really good because then I can give you, instead of me like zipping through all the other decks that I read with, right, to clarify and, you know, all of that stuff. It's bam, 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 bam. I've been watching some of the older ones and like, this is better. Let me go deep into basic Celtic Cross using only Daughters of the Moon Tarot. All the decks I read are in the box below, as well as how to book a reading with me, as well as the link to the Vimeo. The extended Vimeos, what I did for Aries was 45 minutes. Why? Because I used the Healing Oracle with the Angels, the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, and the Whispers of Love to clarify them. So 45 minutes, $9.99. Somebody said, just make it $9.99, right? Because 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27, 7 and 2 is 9. I'm like, okay, sounds good to me, so let's do it. Cool, cool. So let's dive in. The other cool thing about this is I'm going to bless the deck with you right here and now. So take a deep breath. Oh, all right. They want me to clarify. I've had a busy morning with my gods. Soulmates, satisfying soulmates. What are soulmates, right? Oh, you will find as many different definitions and explanations of that as probably as there are readers, and that's fine. Everybody has their own unique take where they are. But, you know, I'm all about embodying unity consciousness, fifth dimensional consciousness, right? Becoming a true lover, hence the path of true love, right, is a spiritual, unique, individual, highly individualized curriculum, right, for one incarnate soul to become a soulmate, right, a mate to their own soul. And so your soulmate relationships are satisfying, and they help you heal. You help them heal, known or unknown. You help each other heal. Sometimes it's not so evident. It's sometimes really the simple things, right? And that they're not, you don't only have one, you have probably hundreds over a lifetime, and they're not just romantic sexual. Though I've probably had, no, I can't say I've had over 100 romantic sexual soulmate relationships. Most of those fuckers were twin flames. So welcome, my earth sign. I'm a Virgo. If you're new to my channel, you're getting a nice little taste of Mark A. Lyons. That is my name, Mark Angelo Lyons, MOLL for short, president of Drawing Soul Productions. So let's bless this deck and get down to biz, shall we? Here we go. My gods, please bless this deck for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love in their soulmate relationships for October 2019, that it be a channel of your godly guidance and grace. For the well-being of all. May the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their soulmate relationships on the path of true love for October 2019, for the well-being of all. May they be blessed with all that they need for the well-being of all. I am the light, the light I am. I am the light, the light I am. I am the light, the light I am. And so it is. So motivate. Ready? Yeah, I'm not just a witch. I was a high priest for decades. I'm an elder now. That's why I'm fun. I'm grandpa. You got to come to me. High priest, you got to run around really. Hold this one hand while this one's melting down and this one's got an idea. Oi, now I'm an elder. You got to go. You got to come to grandpa. I'm grandpa on the back porch with a corn cob pipe, rocking chair, and a deck of tarot. Right? You got to come to me. And grandpa don't care what you think. Grandpa don't care what you do. He just loves you. Right? Unconditional love. So I'm doing a Celtic cross spread for this. I was so excited when my guide suggested this, because really I was supposed to be doing the twin flames, but I just can't with the twin flames right now. I need a break from some of my own. I need to just kind of Virgo up, hermit up, and so they said, why don't you just do the Celtic cross? I love the Celtic cross. It's usually what I read my clients with first. So this deck now is blessed for this Celtic cross. There ain't no more shuffling and pulling, right? It's top 10 cards. So here we go. What is the card that covers you? Capricorn. Capricorn in a 90-degree turn, because they're round cards, right? 90-degree turn says that you are slow and steady wins the race. Not saying that you're a Capricorn, although if you have, you know, planets in Capricorn, have a look there. But, you know, for a general reading like this, this is you. This is not somebody that you're dealing with. This is not a soulmate, a twin flame, or anybody. This is you. So it's like, but I'm not a Capricorn. That's okay. This is about Capricorn 10th house energy, about manifesting your highest potential. Now, highest potential sounds good on paper. But if you knew what your highest potential was, you'd run and scream. All of us would, right? I've been saying for decades now, if Jesus had known he was going to be crucified at age 13, he would have stayed a carpenter, right? It's like we're never shown. If Moses had known he was going to wander through the desert for 40 years, and spoiler, he doesn't make it to the promised land. Spoiler. Sorry. You know, he would have been Pharaoh, the first Jewish Pharaoh, but, you know, he would have wore a skirt. Nobody would have known, right? None of us know. None of us know. So it's slow and steady wins the race up the mountain. And here's the great thing about, I'm reading reversals for this, for these readings, because I'm only doing the 10 cards, that these cards go clockwise. So, right. So from your, so from your point of view, clockwise for me is counterclockwise, right? So it's gonna, you're going internal. You're going more yin rather than yang. So I have to remember when I do this with the camera. It's the opposite. So I have to turn them counterclockwise, even though I'm saying clockwise. Jessel! Widdershins! Now, that's you. That's the first card down. The significator, such a beautiful $20 word. So now here's the cross. What's the situation about, or the environment? And there we go. We're looking at, and is that no, it's the exact same angle, right? Ace of Pentacles, new qua, that there's a healthy seed, there's an opportunity, a new beginning, but also, there we go, let's see, can he do it? Can he do it correctly? Let's see if he can do it. No, he can't. You know, if I grab them there, then I can do that. Then they're going to go what? They're going to go, ooh, not necessarily into the underworld, although 'tis the season. It's coming, and we're almost at Samhain. To the internal world, to yin. So really, really good. Capricorn, but an ace, a new opportunity, and it's going to be slow and steady wins the race. Now, this is a soulmates read. So is this a soulmate relationship? It's an opportunity. It's an ace, full of potential. So let's look at the core, what's underneath it all in the subconscious. All right, and we've got the sun. So the happiness you seek is within. Great. But the cards are turning yin, right? They're in that jessel, that clockwise rotation. So it's finding your happiness from within. Lovely. But, you know, major arcana card. Now, as much as I can be light and blithe about that, you know, this is why I'm doing the extended readings on Vimeo. This is like your soul. This is like your God power, your goddess power. I mean, in this deck, it's Amaterasu, Japanese goddess of the sun. So let's pull it at a gender there. Your divine feminine, your divine masculine, but something within you, something inside of you that's very bright. And, you know, we hear it a lot, we say it a lot. You know, the sun card lightens everything else around it. It would make sense. It's the sun. Makes it better, right? Takes harsh edges off. So with that Saturnian Capricorn aspect, right? 10th house, you know, if there's no planets in Capricorn in your chart, and if this is somebody else, then it's how it's affecting you. The cover card is always you. It's always the significator. We have to create clear boundaries about that, don't we, Taurus? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Now the fourth card will show us where you've been in relationship to where you are, because the first 3 cards down in the Celtic Cross are where you are. Recent past. Where you been? Where you been? All right, the Cancer card straight up. Now, Cancer, 4th house, home, emotional home, not just house, physical structure. That would be Taurus, the physical, right, long-term, durable. Look at the dolphins jumping in back. So this can really mean that you've been very at home in your own skin, at home in your own emotional world, or this involves a Cancerian. Now, Cancerian sun, moon, rising, Mars, Uranus, something, Mars, Uranus. Oh my God, am I the first person to ever say that? God, I hope so. I'll never be able to avoid that Uranus joke. It's hardwired. Uh, this may be someone that you're in your past. Now, it doesn't mean that in their past and you're not talking to them, but this is maternal. This feels maternal, right? Ruled by the moon, the divine mother, for me, Diana. So it's that Cancerian. Sure, there's something moody going on there, but if this is soulmate oriented, then they are, oh, and it's the opposite side of Capricorn, right? Capricorn and Cancer are opposites. So this might be a bit of a balancing act, that this Cancerian in your recent past, I mean, relative to the timeline of October 2019, this might be in September. For some of you, yes, it's even back into August. But this doesn't mean this person has left your life necessarily. This might just be an indicative that they are what I call this position the behind. You're behind, right? Your cover, your cross, your core. You're behind, right? Uranus is marred. Something Mars Uranus and you're behind. No, but this feels good. This feels lovely. This does, I will say, being the empath that I am and tuning to the Taurus collective and Earth sign as I am, there's some moody stuff going on here. Doesn't mean that they're toxic necessarily. Everybody has their moods, but also very maternal and moody. There, maternal and moody, but not harsh, not horrible, not well, at least not an aggressive narcissist. Maybe a passive narcissist, but we'll see what else pops up with this. Because this slow and steady wins the race, right? That you're developing highest potential step by step out the mountain with a new opportunity. That's why this person might well be like a mother figure, right? A teacher, but an emotional teacher, a healer in particular, an emotional process healer, or just a dear friend. Where you have that fourth house emotional safe space to feel what you feel around them. That feels like a really positive interpretation, but there's a range in there I'm feeling too, as it would with the Cancerians. All right, so now we're going to look at your crown. What's crowning? Like a baby being born, right? Head pop, the top of the head pumps out first. It's like, what's crowning? This is more like immediate future than what will be before you on the path, which is next. All right, well, the ace goes to a 2. But this 2 came straight up. This one is still tilted. So whatever this is, as you're kind of making your descent, is that right? Is that right? Well, oh yeah, because the sun illuminates as you turn inward. Got it. The sun illuminates as you turn inward, and it brings you into what? Balance, the bull leapers. That's just lovely. So what do you want walking up a mountain? Even though it's funny, they just inverted the mountain. It's like, yeah, you're walking up the mountain, but in the inside world. Isn't that weird? It's just like, whoop, crossing the river Styx. The underworld is the internal world. Well, the river Styx is the borderlands, right? And really the depths of the underworld is the unconscious mind, right? The spirit, the soul, the God mind, where we're all one, because we all go there eventually. It's where we're originally from. We call it heaven. Just everybody's been putting it up there, but for a very, very long time it was down there. And then of course it was known as hell, fire and brimstone. And it's not, well, Tartarus is, but Tartarus is rehab. You can get out if on good behavior in alchemy. So moving along, you're into balance here, yeah, and you don't have to wait until you're dead, right? Thank you. There's always trapdoors to the underworld, and it's always for your highest good and for the well-being of all, though we don't see it that way. So now let's look at what's before you, the future. Okay, focus. Now, isn't this so much more lovely than 3 of Swords? It is 3 of Swords, it's 3 of Blades, but it's focus. No hearts being pierced, no heart hors d'oeuvres being served at the party on metal toothpicks. Focus. I've always said it's like that 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Well, it's getting to the heart of the matter for sure. I mean, doesn't that make a clearer thing? But there you go, the different nervous systems and the different guides and beings that are working with readers. You take it, you communicate what it feels as a reader in the moment. That's why I adore Daughters of the Moon Tarot. And certainly in the extended, I'm going to be pulling 3 more cards on top of all of these, but that one in picture in terms of what focus that is. All right, so we've got your basic cross down, and before I lay out the staff, let's just have a quick look at the past, the present. I don't care if they're reversed anymore. I can see where they are. And, oh, wrong one. The past, the present, and the future, okay? So in the past here, what is behind you, we've got this Cancerian, as we said, maternal, but there's some moodiness going on there, but it feels pretty much like safe space. Really can feel like a soulmate, right? With the present, this new opportunity, but that opportunity that you're making some transitions inward, right, to kind of deal with. And as we said, you got the, we'll get to that. And then your future, a focus, right, where you're going with all of this, a focus, a mental focus, getting to the heart of the matter. And by the way, because they're on here, this can be friends, this can be soul group, soulmate, friends, right? So the probability, well, you know, and if we really want to go there in the two of Pentacles there, so possibly another soulmate there, but I have a feeling this is that person, right? But you know what? I'm going to say that in terms of your cover card with Capricorn, right? It was tilted. It was tilted, but it was tilted. That's you. That's you on the journey. You're you with yourself, right? And aren't you just with yourself as you're ready to go in? So that's the horizontal axis. The vertical axis looks pretty damn good too, right? It's the core of it there is the sun, like your own internal light, your own divine connection, your own wholeness and happiness that is always within, but it is always within, pardon the slight snark on that, but that here you are, what covers you in this moment is you're taking this journey, you're on this journey, step by step to manifest your highest potential in your relationships, in your work, in your health, doesn't matter, that scans across the collective as different things. And what's crowning here is this balance, right? Coming into balance, the Two of Pentacles. Oh, it's just lovely. I like it so far. Oh, I like it so far. Oh, it's so nice that we don't have those 3 swords in the heart for a change, darling. He's lovely, that Mal. His name means evil, but he seems all right. He changes his shirts in tandem with the zodiac signs. Let's now look at the 7th. Now, because this is my first time doing a Celtic Cross online, right? So I do these all the time, usually first-time clients. It's the reading I use just to kind of see where they are, you know, general overview, eagle eye view, I call it. The 7th position, I've heard it called so many things. It's been reinterpreted to me as the lesson, right? What is it the gods, particularly with this deck, are teaching you, right? So let's have a look at that. Here we go. Criticism. This came up for Aries as well, but not in this position. I believe it came up in the next. Now, criticism. Does it mean be critical with yourself? Probably not. Does it mean focus? Oh. Does it mean, do you take this 3 to a 9? And remember what the 9 of Pentacles looks like in the Rider-Waite Tarot, right? It's just not a fun card. It's just bound, right? Just nightmare. Mental clusterfuck. This is not that. This is go within, focus within. That what they're teaching you, what you're learning, your lesson for all of this is not just to look within, but to learn how to look within, and not just prayer and meditation, whatever comes to you, whatever your way is. Because remember, path of true love is your path. The soulmates are here to help you heal and for you to help them heal, right? Live and let live, fairly take, fairly give. Doreen Virtue's Wiccan Read poetic version. I don't need to know what line it is at the moment. I used to know that off the top of my head. Go within, focus, because the word critical just doesn't mean, you know, being a nag, being irritating. It's like critical care unit. What's a critical care unit look at? What's critical thought? What's like critical anything? It's minutia. And I don't think that necessarily means that your lesson is to psychologically tweeze out every wound and every pain that you've ever experienced in this life or every other. No. But that focus inward, that focus is like focus your mind, and because of the turn that you're making inward to find that light within to bring you into balance, that makes sense. So let's leave that for the Mo as we move on. The world, in other words, how the world sees you. From the outside looking in, the cigar is the Six of Blades, the card of manipulation. There's a lot of air, there's a lot of thought. But this is like a card of seeing it differently, and it spins. It has no negative. It has no reverse, because as soon as like, oh, this is positive. Oh no, it's negative. Oh well, maybe it's not. It just keeps turning and turning and turning and turning. Like someone took the double-headed axe, the cigar, except they threw six at once. So there's a lot of mental movement here, but it's in balance. It's in harmony, and in the traditional Rider-Waite, it's the gondola. 6 swords in the boat. Glad they didn't plink it in too much. 2 people womp womp, and one guy kind of ferrying them from troubled waters, a bridge, a gondola over troubled waters into calmer water. So from the outside looking in, it's sort of like people are seeing you on that horizontal plane of, oh, they're seeing things differently. Now, they may be seeing you as manipulative, but manipulation is a neutral word. That's why this guy, in and of itself, you can't say, oh, it's good manipulation, it's bad manipulation. Every time you pray, you manipulate. Every time you're like, oh, I'm thirsty, and you drink water, you're manipulating, right? Like, pray for someone, whatever, clean your house, cook, right? It's all manipulation. So with those really 3 strong air cards in a row, you go from the 3 to the 9, but people see you as the 6, or that's how you're presenting. Remember, a lot of that can be subconscious. People may not necessarily think that about you, but that you're definitely in this mental, perhaps psychological journey process. And then, you have help along the way. You have soulmates here, right? Even this Ace of Pentacles could represent a new soulmate contract coming into your life. Someone who returns, but an ace, it's about potential. Anyway, that's why I'm doing the extended read, so that this isn't 3 hours long. Now, I will explain this to you. My 9th position. I'm just going to lay the card down, not look at it. Everybody calls it hopes and dreams, or hopes and fears, right? What you most hope for, what you're most afraid of. What we most hope for, and we are most afraid of, honestly, is the manifestation of our destiny, a big part of our highest potential. And if not our highest potential, is written in to our highest destiny. Now, the Fool in the tarot, in a sense, is a hero on a journey, right? The 0 card. Fate happens. Fate is what you can't change. Fate and destiny are not the same thing, right? So there are just certain things in the Fool's life, in our lives, that are just fated. My eye color, yes, I can get contact lenses, but they'll always be blue. Well, I have contact lenses, but they're, this is my eye color, right? My hair color I can change. My eye color, not at the Mo. My genetic heritage, all sorts of stuff that we can't change. I always use Helen Keller as an example, right? So, Helen Keller, fated to be blind, deaf, and mute. Whoever was chosen to be in that body, to play that role, the soul that incarnates, right? That was her fate. If you take the journey, if you take the hero's journey and do your best, learn, heal, grow, forgive, become the best that you can be, fulfill your role in the divine plan, because your destiny is woven into the divine plan, then you achieve your destiny, right? That's what this position is about. And what did Helen Keller do? She taught the blind to see and the deaf to hear, and really she meant people who could see and could hear, who thought the deafblind were worthless. So chances are, if you're watching this, you can see, and I hope you can hear, right? If not, maybe I should set this up for subtitles. I don't know. Learning curve for me, right? So what is the position? This is showing where you are. The name of the position is your destiny, where you are on that journey, and you are full fucking steam ahead. The Amazon. Yeah, I knew I needed to clarify that, because that's a powerful position. Well, the first 6 cards are the microcosm, right? The little world, your own piece of it all. The last 4 are the macrocosm. They're the bigger universal divine kind of stuff. So taking the reins, this is about taking the reins, but where are you taking the reins? It's Mars energy, the Amazon. Oh, and look, I never even realized that before. Look what she got in her hand. Where'd it go? Oh. So people are really going to see, it's like, oh, they're on a roll. You are on a roll, and a roll in terms of balancing what? The light and the dark, right? The stuff that may go on in the interior world, the lead and the gold, but ultimately balancing your yin and your yang. That's lovely. One more card and we're done. Isn't it funny how fast time flies when you're having fun? I can't believe I said that. Having fun. Your outcome is play. Your outcome is play. Now, I will be honest. It was a little tilted that way, sort of as the other ones are right now. But this is, you know, this is not predetermined. It's just one of the quantum options of where you can end up, right? This is for a month. Good old Six of Flames, right? Often considered a card of victory. There's another card in this deck that's considered victory. Same suit. I think it's the 7. It's the next one. So Bastet. Play. Turn some cartwheels. So playing in the underworld. Been there, done that. I consecrated my home. I named it Elysia. It's the spa section of the underworld of the Elysian fields. Well, the Elysian condo, Elysia. I love the underworld. I used to be afraid of it. I ain't no more. It's where all of our guides and masters are. It's just, don't take it so literally. It's not under the earth, right? But as earth signs, we actually have access to it, because where is the collective unconscious? It's in our cells as well. It's a hologram, right? Our bodies are holograms of the entire universe, planet Earth, the heart, right? We are the spirit that comes in to raise it all into vibration. And in terms of soulmate relationships, my darling Taurus, you're looking good. You're really looking good. Well, particularly, okay. Well, here we are, the Six of Flames. That's soul group. That's friends. That's having a good time. Now, look, this is why people are like, whoa, there's no romance cards on here. Not yet. Not yet. Go watch the extended, man. I'm putting them all on one page on Vimeo. So it's called Satisfying Soulmates for October 2019. I think I made it at like 3 a.m. No, before that. But all of them will be on there right now. Just Aries is up. By the time this hits, it will be up on there as well. Cool. Well, if you don't come along for the journey, and I understand, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but I just like to do it. Vimeo is easy to join. It's free to join, right? And you can just like PayPal or whatever right on there to pay for the reading. I'm doing $9.99. These are not going to be quickies. This was sort of a quickie, which even for me is just about at a half hour. So if you're not coming along, I wish you the very best and the very blessed of your path of true love, particularly the soulmate journey for October 2019. Yeah, there's a lot of perhaps withdrawing, going within to find your light within, but really to bring that down to play, that there's play there for you. That's really hot, gotta say. So may you be blessed, and may this be your best soulmate time, not that you will ever have, but that you have ever had. May you be blessed, but for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.